Listen, let me tell you something. I'm a sucker for a great film with a twisted plot.
Oh, yes, you are.
I love these kind of films where I can't guess what's going to happen in the next scene. And this was a clip from a series called Stuck With You. It's airing on the Urban Movie Channel, which is the first and largest subscription streaming service dedicated to black film and television by AMC Networks, privately owned by subsidiary RLJ Entertainment.
Yeah.
But dedicated, did you hear what I said, to black film and television?
Woo!
This is one of their original series, Stuck With You, but it stars an original individual human being who has touched so many lives throughout the decades and helped people see themselves in a better light and elevate to a whole nother level.
Yes.
Based on her tutelage, her inspiration, based on her energy, her motivation. And when you look at her, man, she gotta have the secret to the fountain of youth.
You know it.
I don't know where she drinking her well water from.
Bottle it up.
I don't know, little Keebler elves are bringing it to her house. What the fuck is going on here, DB? But she's done so much more.
From TV, from a different world, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jamie Foxx show, and then, of course, I mean, I guess it's a problem of deciding whether House Party or Baby Boy is going to be my favorite. But we were watching Baby Boy the other day in our office right here in Sirius, and we forgot about that weird intro with Tyrese in the womb, butt naked. It was just like, yo, I forgot about that part. But that movie is iconic in itself. So please welcome. She's playing Stephanie in this new film, AJ Johnson.
AJ
Thank
Johnson.
you. What's up, family?
AJ Johnson.
What's up, family? Man, that introduction, y'all choking me up first thing in the morning.
Well,
I'm like, you gonna make me cry already?
Nah, we ain't even touched on all that you do, but I think it's important that we celebrate what folks do.
I love you for that.
Yeah, I do it while you're here.
Amen.
Come on, that's
Amen.
what we've been doing that since 2011.
Right.
When this show first started, but we've been doing that for as long
years,
as long as we've known each other. And every time you're a part of something, it makes me want to know more about that something. Let's start with Stuck With You, and then I want to jump into some other things. How?
Well, I want to say that, as I listen to you repeat the credits, it sounds like, wow, it's so long ago. Like, I listen like it's not me that you're talking about. And what I love that you just said is that when I worked in the beginning of my career, I had the blessing to work with Cicely Tyson, John Amos, Alfre Woodard, Whoopi Goldberg. And all of them, independent of each other, would say, don't go for the popular stuff. Go for when your name gets mentioned or people see your name on the credits, they say, uh-oh. This gonna be something.
Yeah.
So I love Sway that you're saying, ooh, when I hear you gonna be a part of something, it makes me more interested. So intention and mission accomplished.
Absolutely. Well, that's branding. When I was growing up, we used to see, as a kid in Oakland, when I used to see a Def Jam record label. If I saw Def Jam on the record, I didn't even know who the artist was, but I know if it's Def Jam, this shit is quality.
Right.
So if I see your name on the cast or your name a part of the organization or the movement, whether you're going back to Africa, or whether you taking some of superstars who are at the top of their game, like a Gabrielle Union, and then helping them even elevate their lives.
Stevie Wonder, Shaka.
Keep going.
I mean, it's a blessing. It's not name dropping. It's just, I'm so honored, that so many people in the business trust my lifestyle and say, how do I get that peace? How do I get that nutritional plan? How do I get that peace of mind and spirit? And how do I live where I'm not embarrassed or ashamed to be loud about it? So that's where I'm honored, because I didn't expect it to be a business. I just said, there's a happy I'm not being, and I need to be louder in the space that I'm living in. I know I'm not really the typical, I'm peculiar, but then a lot of my spirit warriors were saying, yeah, but you have to protect the peculiar.
Yes.
Don't run from it. And so here I am.
AJ Johnson. Damn it.
But I want to tell you, Stuck With You, while we're talking about this.
Who created Stuck With You?
So that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Even in terms of the brand of, what to do as an actress, I sidestepped. I didn't step away. I sidestepped from acting because John Singleton spoiled me.
Okay.
All the directors and, like I said, the people that I had the blessing of working with, they spoiled me in terms of their work ethic, the writing, the character development. And so I stopped seeing things I wanted to do. And after that time went on and on and on, I said, I got to build something. My dad was like, yes, please build something. Because even if you do another Sony picture, your last name's not Sony. You don't own it.
Yeah.
I need you to own something. cut to the AJ Zone. And that's why I focused on building a brand, owning a company, designing it. I never expected it to be so many years, but that's how God works. Like, you got to get out of the way of what the time frame is and just do what you do. And so then a close friend of not even long years, but long spirit to spirit connection said, listen, Patricia Cuffey Jones, who's an amazing writer, producer, director, you may have heard of her plays, but this is her first website series picked up for a show. And she said, I'm doing something in July. I'm shooting something. What are you doing in July? And I said, I'm doing what you're doing. And she was like, no, for real. Right. Like, I think I got something for you. And I said, well, if you got something for me, I'm there. Just tell me my call time. I didn't read the script.
Wow.
And I just said, tell me where to go. Yeah. And so that's the kind of trust I want, when I'm doing any project. Now, at this point in my life and career, it's fun. It's me choosing to work with people I love and that I respect. And that's not going to be everybody. And I'm okay with that. And everybody's not going to want me. And I'm okay with that. But when we get together and we put it together in collaborative effort, you get amazing, like Stuck With You.
Can we put her on camera?
Yes.
See, are you camera ready? Yeah, jump in that chair.
Come on.
Come on. Why don't you do the formal introduction? If you don't mind, AJ.
Yeah, well, listen. So, the only thing more amazing about this queen than the writer, producer, director she is her tenacity and her fortitude. This business can be hard.
Yes.
And it's swimming with sharks, especially when you're based in LA. But when you're passionate and purpose driven in your writing, you don't give up. You go through windows, you go through doors. And so I've been saying this is open door season. So, I'm so proud of her as my friend, as my sister, and to be able to work with her took me and my work to another level. And so I want everybody to share the joy called Patricia Cuffey
Trying to
Jones.
get her to cry now.
She gone. Get her some tissue. Get her some tissue. You're stunning in so many ways. My eyes locked into you when I was walking down the hallways. Not only because of your aesthetic, which is amazing, but I felt your energy when you look back at me. I read, what I mean? I'm a reader. What can you tell us about your story? And where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
You're from Baltimore.
Yes.
Oh, damn! Guard your purses. Get your purses. I'm just joking. What's your journey been like? Because to be able to tell these stories, this is such a great storyline. This plot, but we haven't always been able. We've been able to tell our stories, but not get our stories out there.
Absolutely.
So what has it been like for you and your journey?
Well, I'm one of those people that definitely put in my 10,000 plus hours.
Okay.
I started doing theater when I was living in D.C. I moved from Baltimore to D.C. for a short period of time. I was knocking on every door of every show that came in town, sweeping floors, getting lunches just so I can be in the mix of everyone.
Yeah.
And then an opportunity opened up for me to go on tour when a producer remembered me. So I went on tour for a while, working behind the scenes and working on stage, singing and acting and everything. But I just interned with a lot of great people. So even after that show ended, I moved out to LA, interned some more. I've interned with Tyler Perry, Dave Talbert. I've interned with a lot of people in theater, but I was ready to do more.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell stories, especially stories of women of color. So I started doing my own thing. My husband bought me a camera for Valentine's Day.
Let's
and was
go,
like,
hubby.
Right.
baby,
Come on,
I'm tired of you waiting
There
on
you
people.
go.
Yes.
He's
I
an
need you
investor.
to create
Yes.
your own and do your own thing. Stop waiting for someone to tell you yes. God already told you yes. I need you to get going. So I started doing my own plays, started my own production company, Diverge Entertainment, and then I started shooting web series. And called Amazingly Talented Actor Friends. I did everything. I ran the camera. I did sound. I did everything on my own until I was able to get the help needed. Because if you have a story and you have a gift, use it.
Yes.
Learn. So the web series picked up and got the attention of an exec from UMC, and they called me and said, hey, we're interested in this series. Would you like to be a part? And I did other things in between. I wrote for a few television shows, but that call that day was God telling me, thank you, child, for being obedient. All the hard work was worth it because someone saw me. It wasn't me going crazy trying to knock down doors, but the opportunity was open because somebody saw me and my hard work and hustle, and it paid off. So I always encourage people, tell your story at whatever level you're on, do it. Reach to the right and the left. You don't have to always reach up. See who's next to you that can help you build something.
Right.
Yeah.
And when this series got picked up, I was able to get, she's a legend.
She's a legend.
Are you talking about me?
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. So being able
Yes.
to pull her aboard with all the rest of our cast, Tammy Townsend, Tim and Derek. We have D Woods. We just have
D
so
Woods.
many.
Oh, D Woods.
Yes.
D
Yes.
Woods
Is
from
in
Danity
this joint.
Kane.
Yes, sir.
Right.
She is in this joint.
Yes.
Killing
Yeah.
it.
You have to watch.
What's my
Killing
man
it.
name from Queen Sugar?
Timon.
Tim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that dude.
Timon
Yeah.
is dope.
Yeah.
We're
Timon
having
is
fun.
dope.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see more of your work.
I appreciate that. I want to give you guys more.
Give us some, okay?
This dude, we get season 2 and more episodes and more series.
Well,
UMC? Yeah.
We'll keep promoting. All
Right.
right.
I appreciate that.
AJ, but by the way, so people, if they don't know where the UMC channel is, how can they get it?
You can get it on Apple TV. You can get it on Amazon, Roku. It's an app. You can download on your phone or tablets and watch it whenever, wherever. So it's very accessible. Just type in UMC Urban Movie Channel. The app will pop up. We have a 7-day subscription. You can try it out and see if you like it and love it. It's so many great shows on there. So many independent filmmakers get an opportunity to have their work on this platform.
Right.
So it's really awesome. Projects that hit film festivals that you don't often see that may fall to the wayside. No, they pick it up and they give it a platform. So it's just really awesome because they believe in you. Like, they were not all in the mix. They let me do my thing. They trusted my creativity and my insight and just gave me room to breathe and grow. And that means so much, especially as a Black woman in this industry.
Yeah.
And to do it through my production company. I didn't have to go to somebody else. They trusted me to
a
bring
big
this
deal.
project
Right.
to life.
And every Thursday is the new episode for Stuck With You. So just saying, if
What's
you
today?
haven't-
What's today?
Thursday. Oh, look. Oh, is it Thursday?
Thursday.
Is it Thursday? Okay, awesome. New episode alert.
Okay. Stuck With You. I want to tell all the citizens, please support.
Yes,
Get that app.
indeed.
Yes.
Okay. Now, AJ, let me ask you this. You've made a lot of people curious about going back to Africa. You even changed. Did you change your name?
I did.
You changed
I
your
did.
name?
AJ Akuya Utrabia Johnson.
Say it again. No, I mean, I want to
I
learn.
say it like that because I have to
Akuya?
practice it.
Okay.
AJ Akuya.
Akuya.
Akuya, because of West Africa, primarily Ghana, you're named based on the day that your soul came into the world.
Okay.
So I was born on a Wednesday.
Okay.
And so that's where Akuya comes from. And one of the reasons why I changed my name is because going to Ghana and learning so much history
Right.
that I was not taught as an African American all these years in school or otherwise. I never even knew that. That if you're home, you're named, when you come out of the womb, you're named based on the day that you were born. And when you're in Ghana, it's a connection. When you say Akuya, all the Wednesday borns show up and say, sister, I'm Wednesday born, I'm Friday born. So that's already a connection. And then Otrabia, I was named after a pioneer queen of a region called Akomufi. And the characteristics of that queen, feisty, strong, bold, physically athletic, a pioneer in spirit. And so the other thing I learned, which is why I love the name and use it proudly, is because when we got stripped of our names after the abduction called the transatlantic slave trade, we also got robbed of what our names mean to us. And so once I got renamed, it's hard to not walk in the power and the strength of what my name represents beyond just AJ Johnson.
Yeah.
It's now AJ Akuya. And the Otrabia reminds me, I'm a queen, I have inner power, and I don't have to look for anybody in America to give me permission that the motherland and the ancestors and all the royalty that we are
Yes.
told me who I was.
Amen.
So yeah, how do you learn all that and not change your name?
Yeah.
Right?
AJ Akuya.
Yes.
AJ Akuya.
I love it.
I like the way you say that, Sway.
AJ Akuya.
It's not working on me. Shit.
It didn't work on you? No, okay, all right. It's all right,
Great,
DB.
but not from you.
No, it didn't work. Okay. So what the Pan Fest?
Yes, I hosted. I went. Now look, and
Yeah.
I gotta keep it real because I went to Ghana for a birthday turn up
Yep.
in December, January 2018, turn in 2019. I was just going for a new experience. I was actually coming out of a breakup, and I just wanted something epic, something different.
Wait,
and I just
hold up.
said,
Who broke up with
listen,
you? Oh my
that's
God.
a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. And
all
honestly,
right.
they didn't break up with me. I just
broke-
every year I evaluate what's working for my life, what's wind, what's quicksand versus wind.
Okay.
And so I realized that the relationship I was in was quicksand, and so I decided I wanted something to remind me that I could be new and different. And I had never been to Africa. So that was my biggest thing. I had watched Boris, Nicole, and Bosima St. John go the year before. And I just watched them on Instagram. And I was like, something epic is happening when you go to Africa. I'm looking at their clothes. I'm looking at their energy. I'm looking at their careers after they gone. And I was like, something's different. There's an energy shift. And I want some of that. And so when I went, I got a taste of, like I said, the history, the people, the food, the spirit, the sisterhood, the family. It's just on another level, an elevated level of anything I've ever experienced. And so then I started working with the tourism department, and I went and hosted Panafest. Then I went back and spoke at their Emancipation Day. And now I'm actually connected to the U.S. Embassy of Ghana and getting ready to do some projects with them, because the year of return in 2019, which marked the transatlantic slave trade anniversary, is now beyond the return. And so now, since I returned last year, my work and my calling is, now what do I do since I returned? What do I do to go beyond that? So I'm ready. I developed an organization called The Bridge to Better. And anything that bridges us culturally, health and wellness, mental illness, whatever bridges us to be better as the unit we should have been before slavery, the 400 years interrupted us. So my thing is, I believe that my transformation, spiritually and otherwise, from Ghana, I believe there's a calling for me to be part of the bridge to get us back together. So when are we going, Sway? When you coming with me?
I'm ready.
When are we going?
I'm ready.
You ready to go to Ghana with me?
I'm ready.
Okay. Amen.
AJ Aquia. I'm ready to go. Because I was telling you earlier, I went to South Africa for the first time, and when I tell you, the people in South Africa treated me like I was born in a hospital in Cape Town.
See?
You know what I mean? They thought I was from, people thought, where are you from? And I would say Oakland. What part of South Africa is Oakland? Right? But because MTV, all the footage, all the work I'd done on MTV, they would play it on the African channel, MTV Base.
Right.
For years. So it was kids who grew up watching it too, and I didn't make the connection.
Yeah.
So now, but in this show, we put a lot of African artists from Africa on the show, and so I know the feeling. Yeah, I know the feeling.
Everything is different. Just the way the music hits me.
Yeah.
And I'm a dancer, so I'm a go to a groove anyway. Yeah. But them African drums hit, and it's a different thing in your hips. I'm telling you now.
Moving different muscles.
Listen, different muscles going lower than I normally go, and I get low, Sway.
Come on,
you know what happens when we get together.
I know. Come on, AJ Akia. It's getting better and better every time.
Still not working on it.
It's still not working on you. I'll try to
practice. I'm going to keep practicing.
I'm going to be like Shaka saying it. Nia's on the line from Florida. Good morning, Nia. How are you?
Nia. Good morning. It's Mia.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I am a first-time caller. I'm a little bit nervous, so just excuse that.
Okay. Say hello to AJ.
Hey, Nia.
Hey, is it Akia or Akua?
AJ. Wow, this is amazing.
Well, you're amazing.
Thank you for saying that. I do appreciate that. So I know that you are a nutritionist, and so I want to thank you all for me having the opportunity to even get through and ask you this question. So I am going in for surgery, and I met with my primary care doctor, and she told me that my sugar is too high, but that was it. She did not, go into details and tell me you should cut this out or not do this, not eat that. So I'm just like clueless, and this is the perfect, opportunity. I know that you have the answer for me.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, first I want to tell you, I appreciate your belief in me, because that means everything. But, without knowing more detail about what's really going on with you medically, there's not a lot I can say. But what I can say is, if your sugar's high, the first thing you should do is really try to replace your processed sugar with natural sugar. I say that because I know that it's too hard to cut sugar completely really fast.
Turkey.
We talked about this years ago. Remember our challenge?
Yes.
We did like a 30-day challenge. Remember that?
Yeah,
we'll talk about that
miserable.
I think our 30-day challenge lasted about 2.5 days. But what you want to do is get to a point, your ultimate goal should be to completely cut sugar. Processed definitely, and then eventually natural sugar. But as a progressive journey, move from processed sugar to natural sugar. So what that means is just try to eat fruit. Whether it's snacks, whether it's seasoning your food, try to stay with natural fruit, not dried fruit, because that's added sugar to put it in that state. Natural, whole fruit. Pull it out the ground, pull it off the tree, wash it off and eat it. Start there, and I guarantee your numbers will shift within 2 weeks.
Oh, snap.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
I have a citrus tree in my backyard, so I'm definitely going to take that advice.
See? That's why you're supposed to do it, because you got a tree right there in your backyard.
Yeah, it is. It's
You
right
don't
there,
need me.
man.
You got the tree.
And good luck to you, okay? You're a citizen, too. Okay? See, I said she's a citizen.
A Sway in
Thank
the
you.
morning.
Thank you, Tracy. Akia. Were you born on a Wednesday, Tracy?
I don't know what day I was born.
See,
but
I
now
love
want
that.
to figure
But how
out
about
more.
this? And you can Google it. You can Google your
just
birthday.
Google your birthday.
Yeah, Google your
We'll
birthday
Google
and
it
say
real
what
quick,
day
and,
was
we'll,
this
and then
day,
we'll
it'll
find
tell
the
you.
name that matches the Ghanaian name that matches the day you were born.
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
I'm 100%
While
here
you
for
doing that, Jew from Michigan is on the line. Jew, what up, Jew?
Hey, Jew.
Drew.
Hey, what's good? What's good? How y'all doing?
Great, man.
What's up, Drew?
Oh, Miss Johnson, let me tell you how you done influenced my life.
Oh, please tell me a little bit.
When I seen you on, what was that, house party,
Okay.
I was like, being a light-skinned brother like Kid, I'm like, no, Kid, you picking the wrong one.
You
For
like
real.
the chocolate, huh?
I do. I'm telling you, you should see my wife. Y'all
Oh.
resemble. Y'all look like sisters.
I love it. Well, they say the darker the berry.
Oh.
Hey. He know how to finish that line.
Yeah, make sure you get that
Yeah,
juice
that's
from
what's up.
a natural fruit.
Keep
You
it
don't want
healthy.
your blood
Keep
sugar
the
to go
nutrition
up.
healthy.
Okay. Drew, you got a question for her, though?
No, I don't. I just wanted to tell her that. And, I love her as a person and keep on doing your thing. And I'm proud of you.
Well, you know what, brother? I love you for that. Do you have a question? No.
No,
I just wanted to say, hey, girl.
Make that
So,
connection.
and I love you for that. So you keep going, and thank you for letting me know that I've been an inspiration, because a lot of people, as brothers and sisters, we don't share that.
Yeah.
And that's my win. So thank you so much, brother.
Hey, Drew, take care, man. You're a citizen, man.
Sway in the morning.
That dude said, I don't even have a question for you. I just want to let you know I
Yep.
married my wife because she looks like you. Basically, is what he was saying.
Where do I go after that? Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, you just, you
Wow.
know, you say,
Again, like,
ow.
who they talking to?
Yeah, well,
Man.
I'm sure plenty of people out there, married women that reminded them of you. So,
And here I am,
and here you are.
cutting off folks
Nah.
and going to Africa.
Yeah, you got a bigger.
Because it ain't right.
You got a bigger. You
What
got
is
a
going
bigger.
on in
It's
my
a bigger
life?
mission.
Yes.
Something bigger.
Yes.
Something different for you.
Speak it.
Yeah,
Speak it.
and it's manifesting itself. Don't worry about that.
Right.
When that's supposed to happen, that'll happen.
Do I have to now pay you for this session?
Oh,
Because
no.
I love it. I love it. I just want to know, is this free, or do I? Because I'll get you a check.
Of course.
I'll swipe my card.
Hey, Jay,
'cause,
listen.
I need help too now.
I don't function.
Don't think.
I don't function from money, monetary.
I love
that
it.
ain't no value to me. I could lose money and make money. I've done that.
Well, you've
since I was
always
15,
inspired the
Patricia.
inspirer. I've always told you that.
But what you can do is give me a trip to Ghana.
I love it. I love it.
Make
I
them
love
pay
it.
now.
Right. And you can crown me with my name, because I found out I was born on a Sunday.
You're born on a Sunday.
happened?
Okay, so now, because I don't want to get it wrong.
Okay.
Now Google Ghanaian name for a female born on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, there
And
you
it'll
go.
come up.
And what stuck with you? Congratulations.
Thank you
Okay.
again. I appreciate
Say your whole name.
Patricia Cuffy Jones.
Patricia Cuffy Jones.
My husband is Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones. JJ.
Yeah.
My man JJ.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
amazing
Nice.
man,
Yeah,
amazing
I go-
father.
I'll go. How many kids?
I have twins, 3-year-old twins.
3-year-old.
Mhm,
Okay.
Jeffrey and Trinity.
Okay, I got a 21-year-old.
All right. Listen.
Shut down the combo right there. You want
All of a sudden it's crickets. All of a sudden it's like, okay, 21-year-old, okay.
Took me
Okay.
out to a club last night. It was the weirdest thing.
Wow.
Tracy, did you?
Wow.
I wish I had been there for that.
I party with my daughter.
Isn't that
AJ,
great, though?
Yeah,
Because she got to learn how to do it right. And
Yeah.
what better person to learn from than you?
She doesn't think I do it right. That's the
Oh,
irony.
God. Well, because you're dad.
Yeah.
But she's watching. She's got to pretend that you're dad, but trust me, she knows she's got the king teaching her. She knows.
And
Okay.
she took you out. That says something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
she
she
take me
knows.
out. She don't pay for the meal, but she'll take me out.
She knows.
Did you find it, Tracy? Before we go?
Yes, I'm reading that my name, since I was born on a Sunday as a woman, is Akwasi.
Akwasi. Tracy Akwasi.
See that? You didn't even know that.
No.
You didn't even know that.
And it resonates. There's some type of power that's coming from that. So I'm going to do even more research.
See?
Thank you, AJ.
You're welcome.
AJ,
See
thank
that?
you for coming
and
by.
We're not even Ghana yet.
Right.
We haven't
You know?
even Ghana. See?
So I just want to tell you, make sure
Akwasi.
in addition to Stuck With You, look out for some Love and Hip Hop soon.
What?
What you mean?
That's all. That's all.
Man, after all of this conversation, you got to go fight on TV?
Well, no, I didn't say that. I just said, keep watching and see if you see anybody you know.
Look
No, I
on the
love
screen.
Mona Scott though, so
You
salute
listen.
to Mona.
Look,
shit.
look,
And
bam.
Love and Hip
Did you
Hop
see
just came on the
that?
screen. We about to see. Are you about to do Love and Hip Hop?
Just look out, keep watching Love and Hip Hop, and look, I already did Love and Hip Hop. So I'm saying it's coming.
Oh shit!
It's done.
I didn't know that, AJ.
See?
Okay, give me more reason to keep watching.
Yeah, that's
All
why
right.
that's why I threw it out there.
Okay,
I think you're gonna be proud and pleased.
There's nothing you've done that I felt anything less. AJ Akia.
Oh,
I can't do the last name, but Johnson.
Ocha Rabia.
Ocha. Say that again.
Ocha
Ocha.
Rabia.
Labia.
Rabia.
Ocha Rabia.
Yeah.
AJ Akia Ocha Rabia.
Oh, there we go.
Sway in the morning. All right, we're going to cut out. Laura Shear is up next. Thank you for coming by.
I love you. Thank
I
you
love
for
you
having
too.
me.
Every time.
Thank you, baby.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have nothing left to say.